Welcome to News Video Clip. As we all know, Donald Trump has wasted billions and billions of American taxpayer dollars on his failed war in Iran, which is now entering its fifth month. And now guess what he's planning to cut? He's planning to cut financial aid to seniors who are trying to buy their prescriptions in 2027. Here's ABC News with the story.
Now to a new plan from the Trump administration to end the Medicare subsidy program that is so vital for so many seniors. I want to go back to Rachel Scott at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning again to you. And this is important. This move by the Trump administration would mean that millions of Americans who do rely on this particular Medicare subsidy will be paying more for their drug premiums. So we want to walk you through this. For the last 2 years, the federal government spent billions of dollars on this program aimed at lowering the cost of drug premiums for Americans 65 or older on Medicare. It was put into place by the Biden administration to offset these premium increases for Medicare prescription plans known as Part D. Roughly 25 million Americans rely on this program, which experts say on average costs about $36 a month. The subsidies are going to end after this year. Now, the Trump administration argues they're no longer needed. CMS Administrator Dr. Oz, writing on social media, the administration is stabilizing the market, arguing premiums will go up by less than $10 for most Medicare recipients, and that seniors will still have access to low-cost plans. But right now, it's unclear just how much more seniors will be paying.
Okay. So Dr. Oz, who has a long history of lying, we've documented that on this podcast. He's claiming the Trump administration has stabilized the market. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. He's also pretending that he can somehow guarantee that prescription prices will not go up that much for seniors. Again, Dr. Oz is lying. He absolutely has no power over that whatsoever. And here we have the Trump administration screwing over older Americans just so they can keep their war going in Iran. Now, we're going to go to Fox News, where Senator Ron Johnson, another Republican, is falsely claiming that COVID vaccines are killing people. Let's watch this video.
Federal health officials come clean, and that's why I'm doing my investigation. We've uncovered this. Legacy news media, not one news outlet has covered this as news. I've been interviewed on shows like this, but not a newspaper or major broadcast station has covered our bombshell report, the greatest government scandal of my lifetime. They've not covered it as news. So it starts with acknowledging the fact that these injections cause death, they cause injury, so that these people can be treated.
Okay, let's be very clear. Senator Ron Johnson opposes universal health care. Senator Ron Johnson opposes Obamacare. He is very anti-health care. Now, all of a sudden, he pretends he wants to help people who have been injured by these vaccines. Now, I've read his, quote, bombshell report, and it's a joke. There's no evidence whatsoever to back up his claims. But I'll tell you what, Senator Johnson, since you're crying and whining about not getting any media coverage, come on this podcast. We'll do a live feed. You can say whatever you want, unedited. I'll give you the first chance to talk, and then I'll rip you to shreds with a fact check, because the Mayo Clinic came out last month and destroyed what you just said about COVID vaccines causing all these deaths. You've already been debunked, but please do come on this show. All right. Senator Johnson was also part of a Senate hearing today where Republicans screamed at Dr. Anthony Fauci. And Senator Johnson said without any proof that people who have had COVID vaccines are committing suicide. Let's watch this lie again from the same liar, Ron Johnson.
We have acknowledged these injection injuries. These people can't get treatment. They're being gaslit by their doctors. So it's all in your head. The rate of the injection injury of suicides is increasing because they've given up hope, because our medical establishment and federal health agencies completely failed them, failing to acknowledge it. So again,
okay. First of all, he has no evidence that doctors are gaslighting their patients and telling them that they had no side effects from COVID vaccines. And reality is there are rare occasions where people do have side effects to any vaccine, not just COVID. In fact, that's why the federal government established a federal fund over 20 years ago to help people who have been actually injured by vaccines. But Senator Johnson has no evidence that all these people are committing suicide. He's simply lying to you. Now, in that same hearing, Senator Marino decided to drop the F bomb on Dr. Fauci, who is sitting a few feet from him. Let's watch Senator Marino lose his shit.
Sell them all, run for office, run for the United States Senate. Here I am sitting in front of you 6 years later saying, who the fuck do you think you were for doing that?
Okay. Senator Marino's daughter was allegedly assaulted by another Republican congressman. Senator Marino will not use the F-bomb on that congressman who is credibly accused of assaulting Senator Marino's daughter. So Senator Marino is throwing his own daughter under the bus, and he's screaming the F-bomb at Dr. Fauci for no reason whatsoever. Republicans do not care. Here's more evidence of this. Tommy Tuberville, that's a real guy. He was on Newsmax today accusing Dr. Fauci of killing millions of people. Of course, Senator Tommy Tuberville had absolutely no evidence. Let's watch this hick from Alabama.
Hopefully, in the next 6 months, I'll be the governor of the state of Alabama. And I promise you one thing, we will find out if there's a possibility that we can bring him to Alabama to put him in front of a court and a jury to see if we can put this guy in prison. He killed millions of people, folks.
And you have absolutely no evidence to back up that claim. I hope Dr. Fauci sues the shit out of you, you crusty old racist. I truly hope so. That would be wonderful. Okay, we do have some Elon Musk cult members who watch this podcast and they get really upset whenever I do a story about their hero, their cult leader, Elon Musk. So guess what? I've got an Elon Musk story. Elon Musk's SpaceX stock is continuing to fall, and the earnings report is coming up on August 4th. Let's take a look at this from Yahoo Finance. Elon Musk's SpaceX, that stock that was once over $225 per share in June, has now plunged down to $114 per share. That's a loss of $111 in just 1 month. In fact, the 114 is lower than SpaceX IPO price of $135. That is looks like it'd be a $21 drop. So I want to remind everybody that if you're a longtime viewer, you know I predicted on this podcast that if people bought this SpaceX stock at the price of $135, they would lose money. And my prediction has come true, 100%. And keep in mind that SpaceX has lost $30 billion since Elon started it, and it is carrying $29 billion worth of debt. So Elon Musk has proved again that he is nothing more than a massive failure who wouldn't even have any money at all if it weren't for all this corporate welfare that he gets from the United States government. We did that story yesterday. Alrighty, those are all the stories we have for today. We have links to all of our stories right below this video. We back up every single story we do. Unlike the right-wing podcasters, Joe Rogan, Kristen Hawkins, Riley Gaines, Benny Johnson, Tim Pool, Jimmy Dore, none of those people back up their claims. Zero. We have evidence for every single story. All right, I want to thank everybody who has subscribed to this channel. If this is your first time watching, please like and subscribe. If you hate it, please hate and subscribe. And if you hate me, definitely hate and subscribe. All right, we'll be back with more stories later.